Always good to see a little bit of personality coming out. Always good to find out more about these guys as they come into the scene. We are going into Ancient, though, and that's where he'll have to feature.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot riding on this for both squads, and you can already see sAw getting up to some very fast aggression in through middle. 5 players went out to fight in for that mid control, but Simple taking control in towards that B bomb site and finding one. But Muterus answers back. B bomb plant, it is certainly, but there's a lot more presence here from sAw, and Story's got another.
All down to Magisk and Dupree, the two Danes locked into the back of the bomb sites, getting a kill apiece, and Dupree's got a dink on top of it. Suddenly things going from good to terrible for sAw as Muterus is left with 3 HP to make this clutch work, and it just can't. And Magisk starts off with a triple. Very strong opening to the game. Major appearances, and Falcons is hoping to make theirs soon. So is sAw. So, of course, with a lot of tumultuous energy behind that Atlanta finish, are now hoping this round can go better for them than Atlanta did, and it started off strong again. But are the refrags going to be available? Scaling onto the bomb site is certainly possible. There aren't grenades to pop open these smokes, but I don't know if that's really been read into. Completely re-smoked back out to Donut. And although it locks him out, Ujerks will be going down only to be traded. Story providing a beautiful deagle shot, and they're back to a 2-on-4. How many of these can Falcons win out in a row? They are hoping at least 2. Oh no.
Yeah, smoke's not going to last forever, and they're starting to trail into it. Yeah, just leaping at Madden is the first player in Agil, and Muter is able to get one countered back by Magisk, but there's Roman to come in for the clutch. A quick trade back, and this time the 4 versus 2 does work out, but it is still only one that survives here for sAw.
It's a great double kill from Story to make it so that it can't.
Yeah.
And Roman now wants to aggress. In he goes. Madden is out, and well, so is Roman from the action at least.
Which is very promising for the return of one of the greatest.
This is a rough round, though. Magisk, Simple, and Dupree have all been taken down low. A bomb plant would be nice, but it is honestly a little bit unexpected. Muterus does recede and let them have that one. Doesn't want to take the risk of a hair, but now it also opens things up to a bit of tragedy. You've got a few flashes, one of them already being used. Now 2 left for Ujerks, and he is in a decent enough position to chuck them in, but with Deagles and AKs on the other side, you can see what's going wrong. Magisk finds the one. Agil not able to quickly finish off the Lord Dupree, and Simple's AK finds nothing. sAw, especially with Ujerks being able to find this kind of success. Muterus now as well gets the crest, is spotted out, and the spray exchange goes his way. Dupree nearby is going to be looking to lead through, and he's managed to find out that there's no one there. He's now creeping and trailing forward. Ujerks and Story put their heads and hearts together, and more importantly, their hands too.
When he was in clutch situations, he was still destroying people.
These positions are insane, though, especially with Dupree going down with a Muterus backstab to reaggress into middle. At this point, honestly, it does feel a little bit like just don't give him the kills to let him pick up that form, and running out of bullets over there. Simple can't get it together. They have used all their smokes on the T side, though, so now whatever you want to do is going to be purely reliant on hands.
And spams.
That's true. That's there too.
Snappy, not happy. 0 and 6, and didn't really get a chance to fight in this round because they only come in with techs, so expectations would have been limited. But I like how assertive sAw have been in previous rounds, but now knowing what the buy is, they have played more within the bomb site.
That's not the cleanest.
Still swinging with confidence.
Yeah,
we're swinging with confidence.
Ujerks deserves to have that confidence as well. Now running out of bullets, though, that's not the weapon you want in your hand, buddy. There aren't any throwing knives in this game. Madden taken down as well, and although the damage is not the worst, Magisk is now going to be left with a terrible task to try and deliver the bomb back to A. The plant is possible, I do believe, but that should be all he really gets. Oh no, he wants more! Taking the fight, it's greedy, and it won't pay off.
Yeah, I mean, he heard the steps of Muterus up close, and he thought he was just going to get ran down, so that's why he gets himself off that plant there. You know, you're thinking the Falcons with the players and the repertoire they have, you would think that they could beat the likes of a Complexity. And also we saw what Complexity did after that tournament wasn't too grand.
I mean, if you include Zonic in the mix, they've got, what, 14 majors amongst them? Nice shot from Dupree, though. That's one of the ones with 5 to his name. Early entry will be a good start, especially when it's on the hot hand in New Jerks. It enforces back rotations from Agile. And Agile has slotted into this team quite well. It feels like he's not necessarily packing the same punch, but he plays a lot of the same positions, and he's very similar passive style trade frag heavy player as Arizdosh could be at times. But right now, he's not trading anything. Dupree will just take him down. Magis does the same, and Falcons' slow lurking style will yield them a lot of fruit. Yeah.
I would have loved to see the counterpoint if you could have fished one out.
I mean, you're really putting him in some staunch competition.
Oh no,
fair.
I mean, yeah, but he's amongst legends.
Yeah. And sAw are hoping that they don't realize that themselves. They don't want to think of Falcons as legends. They want to think of Falcons as, well, you know what, it's a team having troubles.
Put in a lot of money to get basically the best team in those respective esports, and you see that bear fruit. Counter-Strike, that's been a different story.
Story, though, down in middle, Mutas has been caught out. Matches managed to fade back as well, and now you see Agile and Story looking a little bit lost. They recede back to Dome, they completely forfeit mid-control, but now you have to worry about B side. That's where Ujix's rotation could come into play. A flash overhead, and he wants to peek out from the side. They're not blind, though. They're not blind, though. Madden hits the blinder off a shot, only traded away, and Roman not ready for the stutter step from Simple.
Yeah, he wanted to dive out. He wanted to try and escape somehow, but a lovely trade frag from Simple. He'll pass the smoke. Woo! Snappy just clotheslines him. That's Snappy's first kill, but it is an absolute ripper onto the new addition of sAw. And so now Story saves. Well, they've given up all the mid control, so I'd be very surprised if they were caught out by Falcons actually having presence here.
It's all about timing of a hair. Story looks away. Dupree had a chance, but the shot too fast. Had to be an instant hedge, but that's just not going to be achievable. Simple now recovers into middle, and Mutas will not have information of this. Simple's hidden away. And although that possibility should be in the back of their minds, the back of your mind is not where you want to keep the Ukrainian man. That's why Story keeps an eye out for him, will take down that secondary lurk, and you bring it back to a 5-on-3 with the base site, the destination, and not a lot of utility to try and take it over. Flashes are left, they will not be deployed. Roman actually is blind, so I eat my words as he eats the flash. Madden turns the corner, no smokes to interrupt, and he doesn't need them. Wants to proceed forward and aggress more. Ujix will now be spotted, but a shoulder is enough, and now Madden has to be careful with that flash in his hand. He gives up his life. Back to a 3-on-2, and the re-peek from Mutas will refrag out twice and thrice over. sAw, a thing of beauty that retake was.
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of lined up for him. I mean, Mutas is fighting out from long. Magis just gave an initial glance and then hid himself away, but Snappy was still in the firing line, and so he caught a bullet. But after he got his first kill onto Dupree, just decided to hunt for extra, and he found it.
Oh, is this another play through the smoke? Yes, it is. Will they catch anyone? Dupree does. But Angel was able to recover from the initial blind. Now with the deep incendiary down, he forces Magis to reconsider pathing, and that does reset to a 4v4. Simple with the op. This is what we've been waiting for, but Ujix could be a little bit much. Oh no, Madden finds him.
It looked like Madden was just about to go into the edge of the smoke as well, so had that been a second later, maybe Ujix catches them with their pants down, but it was a big risk to take. Man advantage here for the Falcons, but you can see sAw being active in their defense. Got two set up inside of middle. Roman holding his ground inside of B as well. Does deal with Snappy, but there is progress being made here from Madden. He's got access to long, and he's carved out a path so that that bomb can cross as well.
Magic's position is fantastic over here, though. He's forced out a long rotation for one.
He's missed the timing.
He might have, actually, because Roman is just proceeding forward and getting ready for the backstab. They're not prepared. The bomb is dropped, but Magic now makes his way over for the trade. 2 versus 2, Magic should have an idea that there could be another player coming over. That's what the flash is for. And Story will still be given a chance. How has he allowed that to happen? Madden, now an impossible position for him, but maybe not so impossible. He is trying to take the fight back over to them. This ankle is surely not going to be expected. He's waiting for Agile to round the corner. Agile and Story hoping to reconvene. The smoke is there. That's what he was worried about, but Story jumps forward, the 5-7 to take his head. and that is 7 on the board for sAw. Tears might be shed later on, though. Right now, Roman is the only one here on B. They have found it vacant, but Roman will at least give the CTs an advantage. Flash overhead. Ujurks to try and let Roman peek forward for more, prevent the bomb planter from receding backwards, and with Falcon not having utility, Snappy's in some hot trouble. Well, maybe not so hot. dupreeh will bail him out. Snappy given a duel, but Roman and Agile are bringing it right back. Simple now given a chance to shine. This is exactly where you want to see him. The shot is nice, but it's incomplete, and that's not enough. Look at how far off Martin is. The defuse will just come through before he'll even be relevant.
And the spam doesn't line up either. In fact, he gets spammed better back by Agile.
The best player of Counter-Strike history in general. Now there's an incendiary, but fire on their feet is the least of their concerns. It's fire in their faces from Agile. 2 already down, make it all of them 9-3. sAw feel good going into that second half.
Hi guys, subscribe to ESL YouTube. That's a big brain move. So make sure to subscribe and become a better player. Your turn.
Make sure to not miss the upshot and press the mouse one button on the subscribe button.
Headshot, subscribe.
Yikes.
Ancient's not looking good for Simple and company. These Falcons are flying low.
Did our partners at 1xBet just give up? Like,
Hey, so did Falcons. There you go.
There's nothing there.
Well, dupreeh right now does at least start off with a couple of beauties. Okay. That's more what I'm talking about.
He didn't give up.
I need a little bit more of this. You know what? If you win the pistol round, if you win, you know, the anti-eco, the first gun round, and a little bit more.
Yeah. You start to put the pieces together, and suddenly it becomes a winnable game.
Pistol round is a cornerstone to any puzzle, but there are 4 corners. There's a post pistol and there's 2 gun rounds.
Oh my God. Nice shots from Roman, I guess.
He's been having a few really good ones, to be fair. All the more so when he's supposed to get it done. sAw are hoping to have set post pistol. Very important for Magis to be able to perform. He's not able to find that first kill. dupreeh as well, fully blind, will not matter. Keeps the spray going. Moves back into the smoke, and he hasn't taken too much damage. Simple now comes back into the fray. Let him get the cleanup frags, and yes, they will. dupreeh looking good going into the CT side.
Yeah, I mean, nice damage mitigation as well. Magus not sticking around for too long, ceding his ground, but then also finding times to re-aggress, and timed it well with dupreeh as well after he...
Snappy could be looking to get aggressive while mid has been bombarded. Simple, shadow spotted, not fired out early on, but he'll miss the shot. And now as Muris looks to close the distance, that's an accident. Story goes down for his leader's life. Trade is good though, but the advantage remains for Falcons.
Yeah, good isolated kill there for Magus as well to get. Otherwise he would have been sandwiched between both main as well as that donut pressure. So it does slow down the progress here of sAw. Agile and Roman will link up over towards that B side, and that is the weakened bomb site, given that they found opening kills onto Simple into Donut. They know that the A side could very quickly be sieged, but Muris is getting crunched and has to be careful. dupreeh has, again, just been this hot hand for the Falcons. 2-on-4 now presented here for the Portuguese.
Snappy's been the cold hand, unfortunately, off the bunch. Made the B-bomb side feel even weaker. What is that? The plant from Agile. It's in the middle of nowhere.
I do like the small details. Martin just there to back up Snappy because he had to reload at some point or another. Simple, close range on the angle with the AWP. Will miss his chance, but also gets confirmation that there's nobody lurking around the wings. Story does find Snappy, though. Very late peek from the in-game leader in through mid. dupreeh could still reveal. Shadow spotted, and Muris will get him. So 2-man advantage here for sAw, and they have access to mid as well as this heavy rotate leaning over towards that A-bomb site by the Falcons.
It does feel like you're entirely reliant right now on Magix being able to find an initial kill. There aren't too many flashes, so at the very least, Simple should be given a lot of chances to repeat. But now that he's been spotted over here, Story as well is going to be able... No! He misses! And now Martin has a chance, but he doesn't know how far in Ujurks already is.
Yeah, he made noise rotating away to that A-bomb site. With Simple getting a glimpse of a player inside of Donut, they thought for sure it had to be an A-side finish. Nice that sAw, even with the struggles that they've had coming into the second half, didn't feel like they had to finish on that A-bomb side. Even after killing 2, that would have been the first respondent.
Okay. Now he hits the shots.
Yeah.
Never doubt the player. Where have we seen that before? Eternal Fire might be looking like they're getting PTSD, but Magisk right into middle. Smoke being popped open, he is taking advantage of it. They're being naded open right outside of B as well. Huge damage, and that is followed up. Snappy, he finishes it off and it gets a little bit easier for him. Even the turnaround. Story, don't try me. I might be 3-13, but I'll make you my 4th.
A little revenge. He got spammed by U-Jerks in the first half. Clearly able to do it too. 2-on-5. Falcons very assertive. Magisk and dupreeh already setting their control inside of middle, and with them dispelling the initial B-side attack, this will be difficult for Roman and Agil. Roman just overwhelmed, and Agil is still spamming, hoping that he could have a second prong to a B-side attack, but not a single casualty here for the Falcons. They deal with it well, and yeah, the money is not in a great place here for sAw.
Teddy Bear Z in the house. Roman. A duel taken, but not one. He really should not consider contesting dupreeh. He is 21-14 right now. Muterus wants to look for that exact weakness that they're expecting. But peeking into the verticality means at best you're going to get, what, a 1-for-1? Maybe even not that. Muterus isn't nearby. Madden's still around. He's stuck through, but Muterus will strike. Time of plenty, and sAw will not want to slow things down. U-Jerks turns around. That's where Magisk gets a free kill. Snappy's done the same and twice over. Now, we equalize.
A goat for different means.
Snappy, in the meanwhile, backstabs are a good time, and he is delivering them. That's exactly what they wanted. Falcons now with Simple alone on the A site. U-Jerks will take him down. This is a vulnerability they were not ready for, but at least Magisk will compensate. dupreeh does the same. He is everywhere. You can't go anywhere on this map without finding dupreeh.
They will try. He is on their flank. He has them pinned into A, but once again, dupreeh's repositioning.
He's rotating back to middle. He's going again. No, decides against it. Finally, there might be somewhere where the big, great Dane isn't. Even then, Snappy, right around the corner, waiting for this exact play to be made. He's picked up 1, could be 2. Angel will save the day, but there's still dupreeh to worry about, and with 12 HP, that is a big concern.
I mean, dupreeh knows exactly what Agil's thinking. Last seen towards that A-bomb side, of course, he's going to try and plant on B, so dupreeh is inside cave so quick. Agil has to be very certain, very sure, but he makes steps on his retreat. dupreeh knows exactly what's up, and it all comes down to timing here for Agil. It's a game of cat and mouse, and they are playing ring around the rosy, but dupreeh has a smoke and a kit as well. He'll tap that bomb. Agil still yet to fire, but he knows that he should be inside of ramp somewhere, inside of cave maybe. dupreeh can't find the bomb. He's struggling to get on that defuse, and now Agil has a chance round the edge of that smoke, and he's shown, he has enough there of dupreeh showing that Agil can come up clutch, even with all the damage dupreeh does. It's not another round.
This is the round, though. This is the round where Simple cannot afford to miss a shot again. He's waiting. There isn't a flashbang, and he will hit. Roman down. Flash forces him away. Reinforcements come through Donut. They are twice over. Make that maybe even 3. No, Snappy decides to come back towards CT spawn. You will be worried a little bit about what Muterus can deliver in the late round, but dupreeh cannot interrupt the bomb plot. Attempting to do so for sure, but Simple's been brought down low as well. dupreeh will fall. With that smoke having been blown open, will they be expecting more?
There's only 3 in defense of this bomb site. Muterus is so far away. He was worried about the prospect of a flank, but Agil stands his ground for 1 at least.
Deep nade out from Simple, but he's feeling concerned about whether he can even try and go in to commit. Magisk at the same time knows Muterus should be lurking. He can't get the adjustment. It might be close, but close isn't enough. And Simple right now can't even save his AWP, and now you see a tricky position for Falcons with their own economy. sAw and their stress testing might have paid off.
given the tenure of the Falcons, we would have excused them if they lost their opening round. We could have two effective underdogs break through 13-1, 11, sorry.
Madden's caught out completely. He's just not ready for the pace at all. This could be the last round because of that. Look at Dupree's rotation. He is coming in from T-spawn. Falcons will not have players ready. Even a Molotov to interrupt. Simple, but you can't stop him for too long. Now he goes through it. Looking to close the distance. Snappy will have to be bait for him to try and peek out behind. Roman, a duel he must win, but a player he does not want to contest and for good reason. Instead, they turn back to the GOAT. Snappy, still fighting, still searching. And sAw right now are putting them down. 13-11 is animal abuse on the server. The GOAT will fall.